June 21st, 2011. Well, we've been back from the Boundary Waters for a couple of days now, and all I want to do is go back up north. I want to sell all of our stuff and just live off the land, but we have bills, jobs, and too much of the same old same to deal with. For now, we'll just save as much money as we can so we can buy some land. I like calling Megs my wife. It's weird, but I like it. I have tomorrow off and work until 9 tonight. I want to build a couple of things and maybe drop a line in this little creek down the road here, see what I can snag. 9:31 a.m. August 7th, 2011. So I quit my job at the tile shop about a week ago. Got the insurance and some of the supplies I needed to get Lion Tile up and running again. Within 2 days, I had a job doing a backsplash in Apple Valley. As long as I keep the leads coming and don't slack on getting the quotes out, I think I can make it happen. On Labor Day, we'll be heading up to the folks' cabin for the weekend. Sounds like everyone will be up there. They want to get the bathroom tiled. I have some travertine for them, 1 foot by 3 foot pieces. Should be able to pull off a pretty cool pattern. Still looking at land. Our next move is to see what we can get approved for so we know what is realistic and what's a pipe dream. What I wouldn't do for some land. I know it'll happen. I guess I'm excited to start a family, build a home, pursue the dream with my new wife. Well, I need to be up at 6. I'm helping Greg with a job tomorrow out in Hopkins. 9:49 p.m. May 28, 2012. It's Memorial Day today. We're up north in LaPorte at the cabin. Who's up? Meg and me, Ryan and Meg, Jason, Mike, Jordan, my mom, Kevin, Nico, and Crystal. We mostly went fishing and killed the crappies. We caught about 40, all at least 11 inches. The biggest being 15. We leave tomorrow. Me and Meg have been thinking a lot and talking a lot about living off the land again. We both want to get out of the city. Being up here is seeming to amplify the feeling. 9:16 a.m. November 12th, 2012. So, we bought 5 acres in the North Woods of Minnesota. 5 acres. We close on it in a couple of days. This last month has been chaos, to say the least. I've just been working and preparing for the build. I need to drop a few more things, but otherwise, the plans are for a 16 by 20 foot cabin. I'm heading up there right after we close to drop some trees and see where I can have them lay a pad before the hard freeze. I also need to look at the price on 6x6 skids, 20 footers. Looks like a Thanksgiving build is on. We have a ton of work ahead of us, but it's nice to finally have these choices to make. 6:45 a.m. December 5th, 2012. Was able to get the house insulated today. Man, that's an itchy job. The framing went well. I had the pad done just in time before the freeze. The day we leveled the skids, we had to do some chopping, but not too bad. Jimmy helped me frame it up. I hope he knows how thankful we are. I couldn't have done it without him. No roof on it yet, but the tar paper will hold us for a while. I have about a month before we need to be up here permanently. Pretty sure I can make it work, even if I'm doing some small things while we are living here. The folks said we can get water from them throughout the winter. That's a huge help, as the public access shuts down during the colder months. Tomorrow I'm working on flooring and some sheetrocking. I'm going to need some help with the ceiling. 10:52 p.m. May 15th, 2013. Life is much different living off-grid. Everything takes so much more time. But I also seem to have more time, seeing as we have less bills. We cleared about another half acre, by hand, and I made a path that walks the border of the property. It's beautiful. We walk it quite often. Opening up the property is nice. It lets the breeze in a bit and definitely helps with the mosquitoes. I've also cleared and prepped a spot for our first garden, 20 foot by 20 foot, the biggest I've ever had. I was surprised at how much topsoil we have, over 6 inches. We also get our chickens in about a week, 6 total. I had to talk Meg into having them before the coop is fully ready. Which reminds me, I better get on that. 7:47 a.m. July 21st, 2013. Well, I'm all sorts of banged up. I tried to cut the limb off of one of the larger oak trees standing on the last rung of a 16-foot extension ladder. The branch rolled and kicked back into the ladder and dropped me like a rock. I'm pretty bruised on my side, all the way to my butt, and my arm is pretty bad. But other than that, I'm fine. Almost 2 stories up, and that's it. Unbelievable. Meg's caught me trying to set a few rocks in the retaining wall yesterday and gave it to me pretty good. She's great. I do, however, need to finish it before the rain washes any more Class 5 away. Grateful nothing worse happened. Just goes to show you how quickly things can change. 10:47 p.m. October 12th, 2013. I've got pretty much everything buttoned down for the winter and finished stacking the last of the wood, 3 cords of nice dry oak. That's a good feeling. We have a lot of food canned, and it's much easier to keep the food with the temps being as cold as they are. I buried a chest freezer in the back we can use for most of the meat and veggies. I need to get some more solar lights for the compost bathroom. I'm tired of filling the lantern up all the time. Our new dog Leo is doing great. Now that he's all cleaned up, what kind of place lets a dog, a puppy at that, get like that? Anyway, the fire is going, Megs is doing homework. Not much longer before she's an RN. And I'm sitting here writing in between sips of coffee. Here's to the good life. 7:53 p.m. January 4th, 2014. It's amazing how your body clock conforms to the earth when you don't have lights to flip on whenever you want. It's not long after the sun sets that I'm ready for bed, and I seem to wake up with no alarm just before sunrise. Is this how it's been for most of the time? Candlelight? Boiling hot water for a shower? Leaving the house every time you have to use the bathroom? Even at 30 below? More people, this generation anyway, should live off-grid for a while. Maybe a year minimum. It really puts things into perspective. I have much more respect for our ancestors, that's for sure. 10:37 a.m. September 12th, 2014. After nearly 2 years without power, we are tied to the grid again. Literally have 2 lights and 2 outlets hooked up, and you'd think we hit the lottery if you talk to Megs. She's behind a laptop studying for her tests. The trees behind her are a brilliant variety of colors. We love the fall. Heading to Itasca State Park in a bit. Then we need to get some supplies, food, from our Amish friends. I love how willing they are to share the old skills. 9:32 a.m.